recording, and I'm going to say something real quick. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody.
If you don't think that everything going on in the world is the Lollipop Gang from Wizard of Oz, then you've got another thing coming.
News at 11.
Got another thing coming.
Okay.
Right? Isn't it just annoying at this point?
Okay, just go in.
All right, ready? Welcome, my friends.
Ookie, ookie, skeleton.
To Milady March here at Kickin' Teeth on the Slappy Hour podcast. Huzzah! You ready for the theme song, you fuckers? Let's just go.
The energy of this podcast is very interesting already.
It's either like, yeah, I think, yeah. Well, that's right, my lovely little delicate flowers. We are here for Milady March. Yeah, Omar came up with this idea a while back. We started playing this game, Elden Ring, and there's a new Lord of the Rings show out. A lot of very medieval, nerdy shit has come out lately. So we kind of decided to make that the theme of the month.
Yeah, and we've all been addicted to Elden Ring.
Besides Ryan,
except for Ryan. Ryan's never fucking played.
All of us.
It's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's missing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a new month. We have new guests coming on. We have I don't know if I should reveal them this early, but I will because we like to blow the lid pretty early. We're very big fans of doing things prematurely, and
we like to show our hand.
Yeah, exactly.
We come really fast. It's a problem. Everybody complains about it.
We're all a bunch of preemies, and we can't handle this.
2 pump chumps, if you will.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Probably. But you know who's not going to get
YouTube, you didn't see anything. This is not the podcast you're looking for.
I thought you said you too, like Bono. Bono, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
YouTube knows how to edge.
Or we. Oh, yeah. Wow. Hang on, just everybody. Can we just? Yes. Well done, Ryan. Very well. Very well done.
Bring in the dancing monkeys.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's the jokes for the year. We're done. But the year's not over yet. We're still stuck in March, so Ryan will have to ride the energy of that one for a little bit. But yeah, we have a lot of cool things coming this month. The first off being a very special guest. You might have seen him in the vlogs. He's definitely not going to get us demonetized. And he's definitely not a 2-pump chump. I don't know, really. I've never asked the guy. Omar? You live with him.
I don't know, man. He does live in the loft right in the living room. So every time I walk out to make my morning eggs, all I hear is,
Can I hear that again? I didn't get enough ASMR. Oh.
That's completely.
And for some reason, he's always watching that movie. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, Bambi.
Oh no, Bangby! No.
Let me tell you about my favorite part in that movie.
Oh God.
When the mom dies. Wait, stay with me. It helps Bambi build character and create lifelong friendships, okay?
True.
Was that just off the dome, or have you heard that before? Because it works really well. It's just sick.
That's what I took away from it.
Well, I always tell people, like, if you're trying to improve your life, kill your mother. That's the first step. Kill your parents, and then grow, make friends.
So
it's like those like life gurus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they give you like steps on how to improve life.
Are you gonna move back to Oregon and create one of those? What was that documentary with the Indian guru in Oregon?
Oh yeah. Fuck. What's it called again? Wild Wild Country.
Yeah, Wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
Oh yeah.
Omar,
I'm just like going full like guru shit and like okay, first step, everybody, you must kill your parents. Let them release you from your childhood trauma.
But yeah, I like how Omar's talking like a big game right now about how he's like, being this life guru and giving you the steps to life. The only thing you're doing right now is giving us the steps to getting fucking demonetized. So shut the fuck up. Jesus.
Oh, time
in a video game.
Thank you. That's all you need to add. Because if you just say in a video game, that means nothing could have malicious intent. But speaking of people that I don't think have malicious intent, yes, our guest for this month on some of the game streams and the Slappy Hour podcast is going to be Schwinn, the Thai Prince, the man of many hats, Omar's roommate, and also, I believe he's among another very special birthday boy this month.
Yeah, we're birthday buddies. We got the same week of a birthday.
Is it what are the days again? I know yours.
11th and the 15th.
Oh man,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that in mind,
Schwinn is also a fellow dad music lover.
Oh yeah, he loves 80s rock especially. Like 80s is his thing. Like I think his favorite band's like Motley Crue. Or no, I think it's the Eagles.
Eagles is one of
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah, you guys love that cock rock more than most.
Yacht rock.
Yeah.
Cock rock is disturbed and stuff.
Oh well, yeah. Well, okay. You know what? A lot of people like go back
There's
and forth.
tears to this.
Yeah, people say cock rock is either like 80s like hair metal like with power ballad kind of shit or like power solos, and some people would be like it's like dad rock, butt rock. What is cock rock?
Yeah. What is butt rock? Because there's also yacht rock, but yacht rock is like Dave Matthews, right?
Yeah, it's more like
Steely
Dan.
Is it yacht rock like a boat?
Chill.
Yeah, yacht rock. Yeah.
Like rich. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
It's like yuppies listening to like soft rock, basically.
So what is cock rock?
I would throw the Eagles in the category of yacht rock.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's
they're
fair.
more easy listening, but their cock rock would be Godsmack.
I think that's pretty fair, but also I'm like,
the definition of cock
What about
rock.
like Five Finger Death Punch?
Ooh, no, all right, they might be
Butt rock, but
you think they'd be Godsmack? Stand alone. Like you don't fucking no.
No, Five Finger Death Punch might be Taint Rock.
Grundle rock.
I was also gonna say Godsmack was in the Scorpion King video game soundtrack. You're not getting much more cocky than that shit. We're getting pretty rocky though.
Not gonna lie, Godsmack hit hard for a brief period of time, about an 18-month period of time where they were touchable.
Yeah, they're the ones that go like with arms wide open. Yeah, that's a good one.
There's definitely a period of time where WWE was like the sole like proprietor of like type of music that I listened to.
Oh, for fucking sure, especially with the games too.
Yeah.
And dude, with the custom character creators and everything like that. And also just, I want to touch on that right now because we're talking about wrestling. So how can we not mention this? This is airing. This episode should be up Friday, March 4th, right? That's the Friday?
Yeah.
So yeah, this Sunday, actually, we did the live stream for Knifethroat with Elio, who is the wrestling king, pop punk king. And I just really...
You mean this past Sunday?
The one that didn't happen in the future, but it's going to happen back times.
What?
I was waiting to see if you guys could fucking figure that. It's not the one in the future because it's not going to happen, so it's the one in the before times.
Is there something that happened in the future? Is happening in the future?
It's crazy, too, because these guys let me control the finances. It's not going to end up well.
February 27th, you're trying to say.
No.
Right?
Yeah. Let's just get out of here. Anyway, yes. So I saw them on last Sunday. Yeah, do your little victory dance. Anyway, so we saw Knifethroat and we live streamed them, and I just really want to say it was a fucking awesome time. Thank you to Knifethroat. Thank you to Elio for being a guest, and thank you to everybody that joined in. It was fucking awesome seeing everybody's comments and live reactions and support for the band. Seeing Frank play again, seeing Brian play again. JD's awesome, and we're really looking forward to do more stuff like that with bands. So just really want to say thank you for all of that. And just another quick announcement for March. Omar and I were talking, and we kind of realized that the model that we were using for our causes and for subscriptions, donations, things like that, wasn't really working, which is why we've decided to add a Buy Me a Coffee site. And what Buy Me a Coffee is it's a lot like Patreon. You can donate, $1, $3, or $5. But the cool thing about this is it's not monthly. So you don't have to, worry about paying a Patreon subscription every month. We all know, especially like paying for weddings, homes, shit like that going on. Not everybody has the money to pay for stuff like that monthly. So feel free to check out our Buy Me a Coffee so you can donate one time. Or if there's a month, like this month, March, which we will be donating a 100% of all of our proceeds from our platforms, including Buy Me a Coffee, to the Ukrainian Red Cross. So that's another reason why we put that in place, just because if there are times where you only want to donate to our Twitch, or you only want to donate to a certain cause for a certain month or something like that, you can go check it out. So yeah, just had to say the piece. Everybody go check that out. It's going to be available by the time this airs. And yeah, thank you all for the support, and thank you for supporting the causes and everything you did. We just had to make that change. So thank you. Now we can get back to the fun stuff.
All right, Omar, tell us a little bit about some things you've learned recently.
Yeah, you've had some homework outside of class here, and that's funny because he's the fucking teacher now.
I've just been heads down in some books over here.
Yeah.
I've just been thinking a lot about everything that's just happened in World War II. I guess because I've been thinking about like world wars recently.
Oh, why?
I've been things happen in the world, and I've been thinking about World War II and like all this shit that went on, and like this, or I guess it was like during the Cold War, wasn't it? MK Ultra.
It was more towards the Cold War. If you think about it,
but it was post World War II, and like it's very interconnected,
he waited on us. He was like, "It's really interconnected, And then he looked at both of us like, "Guys, save me here. Am I right? Please."
No, it's true because like a lot of like this cause basically what I've learned is that the CIA is like basically just hired a bunch of like Nazis and shit to like work on these MK Ultra experiments. They were just like ex-Nazi scientists who were doing, like they were all doing all like the fucked up experiments.
This is legit confirmed. Yeah, this is like documented.
Yeah. And like all this stuff is totally real.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything." We're like, "Okay, come on over."
Exactly.
I mean,
and
like half the reason we have not to cut you off, Omar, but yeah, a lot of Americans are like surprised that half of modern technology, especially American-made modern technology, is from like Nazi scientists back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
when the people say German engineering, and it's not like just applying to Nazis, obviously, because not every fucking German's a bad person or a Nazi.
But no, it was if you look into it, it was a lot straight from.
Yeah, straight Nazi scientists made half of like the technology we have today.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Because even the formation of the CIA is like so much weirder than I thought it was. Like I never knew about like how it started, but essentially the CIA, like there wasn't like a government agency before that. Like it was basically like a bunch of like really wealthy people in different like academia and like sectors, or like some of them were science. Like they were just like a bunch of different like sectors of like wealthy people who decided that they had the best idea of how to like save the world, especially during like the Cold War, when there was like stuff like what was it called, McCarthyism and all that shit. And it was basically just a bunch of people who decided like, oh, like we have all these great ideas, like let's just spend all our money to like do all the craziest shit that we can. And that's literally how the CIA formed. It was like a secret organization essentially formed. It wasn't government agencies at first. It was like it was just random fucking people.
So it's just
been a rogue agency ever since.
Yeah.
Like it took them a while before they actually started getting like money from like the taxpayers kind of thing. But eventually it turned into that.
So it's essentially just rich people kind of doing whatever they wanted.
Yeah, like
so that's how Jake Paul and Logan
happened.
Paul were created. I understand now.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
definitely a CIA plan.
Just a fucking bug.
And there's a lot of things related to MK Ultra we could talk about, but the thing that really struck me was learning that some of the CIA or some of the MK Ultra scientists were involved in the first use of M&M ad campaigns in a presidential election to influence a presidential election.
M&M?
Like
like the red green M&M, like the
apparently they came up with like some like really like effective slogans for M&M, and like it was basically like a test to like see if they could use marketing to sell M&Ms, and then eventually related to how to use that for like propping up different presidents and shit like that.
It all makes so much sense now. That's why everybody wants to fuck the green M&M.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
This whole time.
It's all a CIA conspiracy.
I'm not weird. Like the whole time, Omar just like he really wanted to go off on this MK shit and give us all this research, but really it's just because he doesn't know how to tell his best friends that he's been jerking off to the Green M&M.
It's a problem. I can't stop thinking about her. She's so round and smooth.
Smooth.
Go on.
But then what I started thinking about was like, remember that era of like 90s candy? Like
That you just wanted to fuck every one of them. Yeah, sure.
Squeeze tube candy shit that was like different colored tubes of like candied like goo that you just squirt in your mouth and shit.
Wait, I'm trying to.
I don't know where he's going, so I'm scared.
I have like a vague memory of this, but yeah.
Look, just like Google like 90s squeeze candy, and they're like these tubes that you just like squeeze candy ooze out of.
Oh, okay.
And like, how is that not a CIA experiment? Who would ever think to make that product?
I feel like typing 90s squeeze candy into Google Images is gonna get me some bad shit.
There's some very provocative pictures, I will admit.
Oh my god, I remember this. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember the cap. It's like almost like the Carmex, like
yeah,
canister or whatever.
Yeah, that was a real thing, and they really tried to like get people to buy this stuff, and like no normal person would try and create something like this. So I'm in like the camp that they were just trying to see how far they could get with their. This is like a continuation of MK Ultra. Like, what can we sell to the people? You know.
Yeah. You know that a Nazi created fertilizer?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, right. We wouldn't have modern agriculture without
or squeeze tube
that
candy.
Guy.
Did you guys know that Hubba Bubba
Crazy.
Hubba Bubba makes an item called a bubble jug, which is literally just an entire like about like a detergent sized jug, if you will.
Oh my! I actually think I do remember this.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, shake and I actually think I remember this.
It says shake and chug, and it's literally just powdered fucking gum.
Yeah, no, I think I remember. It's like you just shake it up and then you pour it in your mouth, and it just slowly forms into gum as your saliva hits it.
And listen, we've all been this group, like specifically, we've like been having like talks, especially with each other recently, about like how we're starting to get older, and we're not that old, but we're starting to realize like, oh man, like, are we starting to get out of touch? Like, I see why my parents started getting old and grumpy, and I don't want to gatekeep. But I'm really tired of these like early 2000 kids being like, yo, I'm a fucking 90s kid, bro. No, you're not a 90s kid unless you put this toxic shit in your body and live to tell the tale. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Well, all right. On the flip side of this coin, have you ever had either really old sticks of gum or just really shitty gum where like you start chewing it and then it just starts turning into liquid in your mouth?
That sounds horrible.
It's the worst thing, and then you like can't get it out of all.
Like when you chew like a stick of gum, it's like it cracks.
Also,
go
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say this. Like looking at this bubble jug, like I wonder what happens if you just like chug the whole thing.
You're dead.
It's kind of like like you when you were a kid and they talked about like if you ate a watermelon seed, like a watermelon plant would grow in your stomach and you'd like turn into a tree man or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry if I got like real emotional, looked down away from that one. I don't know if you like real talk. Did that like affect you guys mentally? Because I was fucked up from that like the first time.
I feel like I still experience flashbacks.
I definitely.
You know what I would do? I'd go around fucking snack time with as many watermelon seeds as I could find and hide them in my friend's snacks, you know?
You were trying to think of...
You were trying to turn everybody into tree people?
I just like how the serial killer like switch turned off for a second. He's like trying to like, oh, what's that word? Humans that friends.
Yeah. I was gonna say colleagues, but I'm like, I was in first grade.
The fucking 5-year-old colleagues.
Oh man, that fucking tax report was rough this week, huh?
I got work lingo in my head. I had
You
to
look back to the
momentarily.
You look back to fucking Timmy in the fucking corner of the room, and he's just like has a tree sticking out of his mouth.
I mark it down on my clipboard.
I mean, that is literally like we're talking about getting older. This is literally right now. Like Ryan's sitting there and he can't like think about friends. He's like, man, I just work my ass off so often that all I can think about is colleague. You know, like.
I told you my sleep has been shit lately, so I'm a little slower than I usually am.
Yeah. Why? Speaking of, why is your sleep so shit lately? I heard you had a pretty rowdy weekend, young man.
Rowdy. I mean, I work my normal job during the week, and then I work a side gig, and a lot of hours became available for the side gig, and so I just signed up for all of them.
Can you talk about the side gig specifically?
It's super secret part of MK Ultra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was fucking wiping people's brains with electroshock.
Omar's like, I knew there's a guy that sold me this bubble jug.
Yeah. I've got an order of like 50 crates of bubble jug coming my way.
We're developing this new thing called a lobotomy. It's really complicated. You wouldn't understand.
Oh my god.
No, but
you ever try to make an omelet? You take a little whisk and just. Well, that's basically what we're doing to these people.
The amount of times I've seen you grab little fake objects on this show. We're not many episodes in. We're a very young podcast, and I've seen this guy go whisk so much shit.
Whisk, grape.
And you just have those fucking like knuckles. You have like, and like now every time I see your hands, I'm like, wow, I used to think this guy is my best friend, and now all I think about is like, that's a dude whose knuckles are so fucking thick they get stuck in everything.
I was just telling my wife about this. I was saying that Omar has the nicest knuckles I've ever seen. I'd really like them.
But also they get stuck in every which way.
The way you ended that too. Omar has the nicest knuckles I've ever seen. I really like them.
I was gonna say I'd really like them inserted.
Oh, I thought you were doing like severed.
Again, they would get stuck on the way out.
Oh, I can. There's so many things we could say on this show, but yeah, Ryan.
I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a Muppet situation, Like we're gonna be like that for the rest of our lives.
We're gonna be the Muppets.
Don't fuck I'm just saying, like Ryan's gonna have to sit on my lap with my hand in his ass, and we're gonna.
Wait.
This is not what we were talking about.
What the hell is happening here? No, I mean, I just really want to, let's just bring it back. Yeah, Ryan, trying to help me, because we were talking about work, and then Omar's like, by the way, just so you know, we're going to be fucking Muppets. He just
said that he wanted his knuckles inside him.
I said
he's not his own knuckles.
I said inserted, and you didn't let me finish. I have these gloves, and the fingers are way too big for me, so I thought that they might fit your knuckles perfectly. You just turned it around with your dirty mind into putting your hand in my ass.
Not dirty. I'm not saying there's nothing dirty about this. It's just.
Well, it's all felt. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be gross.
Oh. I'm not saying I wouldn't welcome it, but.
I know, but you just have to explain to Sarah that I'm gonna be there all the time from now on because it's not coming out. No. Brian is my Muppet.
So the bottom line is Omar wants to fist a Muppet. That's where we're at.
I'm like Jeff Dunham, basically, at that point.
Oh, then why are we friends? We should have hung out.
Puppet friend.
What one would I be? The old grumpy man?
Which one's the most racist and horrible? Because there's a lot. That Jeff Dunham doesn't make a lot of nice ones.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have like Jose Jalapeno or whatever?
Oh yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, he's a.
How did that guy become big? That's what I want to know. Who the fuck actually watches that? Is like.
I mean, like, yeah. Not that we're the kings of comedy here. We have a podcast with like 36, 38 people.
You know who watches Jeff Dunham?
Who?
Middle America.
That makes sense.
Oh God, my wife.
Is Lauren avid Jeff Dunham fan?
She likes him. She likes him, and I just don't get why. I'm just like, first of all, you're married to a thing that despises all puppet. But
I'm imagining in like high school, like that sort of like stereotype of like teenage girl with like a JB One Direction whatever poster above their bed. Yeah. But Laura just has Jeff Dunham.
Oh no. Honey, I know you're probably watching this or you're not, but things are changing if that's the truth.
Very serious question, though. I just brought up Middle America, but what do you think the worst state in the union is?
Probably
in the union.
Yeah.
Are you talking Civil War? Are you being like a smart little history man right now, or what are you trying to get at?
No. The worst
the United States of America.
My least favorite state.
Yeah.
Like let's throw him some shade right now.
It would really.
Well, let me tell you, I've actually been across the entire country like a couple times now, and I will tell you, the worst parts I went to was Arkansas because all it was just mosquitoes everywhere. Like literally, you would get out of your car and there'd just be a swarm around you and like pick you off your feet and take you away, kind of thing.
Yeah,
but then also,
I was in Arkansas in October, so I didn't have that problem. But.
Okay, yeah, it would probably gone, but I was going in the summer, so that's fair. It's swampy as shit.
I mean, I didn't love it. So.
Yeah.
It rained on my birthday there. I turned 22 there.
Was that on tour?
Yeah, I was on tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this man, was on.
You're not shitting on Arkansasians or whatever you're called. Like,
I am.
It was just a. Then also going to a place like Idaho, there isn't much to do there. Like we had like all these like really big monuments and like epic nature spots throughout. Like even the Dakotas had like I think we went to this place that was like Silver Rock where we jumped off these huge rocks into a lake. But then when we got to Idaho, you know what the fucking landmark we went to was?
It was wait, Idaho?
Yeah.
Potato.
It's
the
either...
Potato Museum. The Museum of Potatoes, where they held the world's largest potato chip.
Did you guys go to the Corn Museum in South Dakota? I forgot.
No, I didn't end up going.
It's the Corn Museum. I actually like when I used to work like booking venues and do agents shit. That was my territory. And the Corn Museum.
Was there a lot of Ariana Grande promotion at the Corn Museum?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't think this place that is a venue made entirely of corn gets big acts. It had like a fuck ton of names. Like, it was huge.
The only band that they don't have is Korn, though. That'd be funny.
Just like, that'd be funny. Right, folks at home? Oh, it's been a time. But yeah, no, I wasn't gonna end the episode. I was just gonna say because we never covered Ryan's weekend.
Wait, is the episode already over?
No,
I covered my weekend really quick.
Oh,
yeah. So I was saying how I picked up a bunch of hours. I do like food service on the side, but it's not normal food service. It's
at night.
I work in a food truck during the summer, and then during like the winter, we work at our local arena. Up in all
gladiator battles.
But yeah,
you may have heard of it. It's called the Colosseum in Rome.
Fucking Sheldon from Big Bang. All right, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I do concessions in the arena. We had a couple of really big events this past weekend.
Ryan,
yeah,
give me more than that.
Pretty crazy.
Who played? Who was there?
All right. Well, a couple weeks ago we did John Mayer, but this past weekend it was.
Oh, it's a big deal.
It was
a pretty big deal.
It was the New York State wrestling tournament, high school 8 tournament. So, like, all the schools from the whole state come.
I can't not imagine John Mayer in like a high school wrestling outfit wrestling these boys.
He'd win by default.
He would just serenade them. He'd be like, and I'm free, free, as he's going at them.
Father, speaker to your daughters.
Do you think he hates that fucking Run Through the High School song?
I love that.
I love that song too.
No such thing.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Sorry, big John Mayer fan over here.
Yeah. Do you think, like, I mean, we all have, like, definitely experienced it. Like, even, like, in little bands like ourselves, like, you know, you with the same song for, like, a couple months and you get tired of playing it. But imagine
I can't imagine being a giant band, like...
I feel like when you're on that level, though, and you write a good song like that, I feel like maybe it doesn't get as old.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And maybe it's just because we hate everything we've ever made, but it's, you know, like... Yeah.
But it's like I feel like if you've been doing that for 20 years or whatever, like, oh my God, you're probably so sick of hearing it because you're doing that every night pretty much.
Yeah, until you get the $300,000 check at the end of every night.
I mean, you're gonna do it no matter what. But
who's the guy they hate always? Fucking Brendan Urie always complains about I Write Sins, which like I would too. So it's like,
yeah.
Or like
even after having so many like modern hit songs like in the last whatever 5 years or 10 years or whatever.
yeah, I mean like when we saw Slipknot, dude, I was like, and I fucking love that band, but I was like, I have listened to him say the exact same words for like almost 15 years now, every set, like scripted to a T.
Yeah.
So
yeah, oh, like the in between banter.
the in between is the
It's
same.
so
It's always
scripted now.
you crazy motherfuckers. This is the fucking craziest fucking fucker. Fuck crazy mother.
Peter Becker picked a pick of peppers.
Literally. Hell yeah! Like, you know, and like it's part of like that's part of the thing, and that's part of like a lot of bands like that. But I like there's really two, like you were saying, there's two sides of the coin. It's either you fucking hate it and are just like you've lived with the song for 20 years, or you just embrace it, I guess, you know.
It's weird, and I was thinking about this because I saw Tom Segura this past week do his stand-up, and they, for comedians, if they record like their stand-up special and put it out on Netflix or whatever,
You're gonna hear
Like-
it when you're.
like no, but after they release that, they have to come up with all new material.
So
Wait, yeah, so it comes out for yeah,
No,
explain.
so he'll tour like the set that he did when I saw him. He'll probably keep touring that, and then at the end he'll record a special, put it out, and then he has to come up with all new material. But bands, they bands
well,
can play
but believe it or not, though, that's actually like a newer thing. Like actually, old comedians, a lot of them used to just play the same set, and instead of like
Or, like,
changing their
mix
set every
it.
year,
Yeah.
they would add a new joke, but it would still be
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I feel
Because
like,
I was listening to an interview with Jerry Seinfeld, and it was like Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart, maybe it was. I can't remember who it was actually. No, not Kevin Hart. Who was it? Oh, I think it was Chris Rock actually. And then who was the other dude? Was it Louis C.K. or someone? Anyways, and so they were talking about how like Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, I don't really think he's funny to be honest, but they were talking. He was talking about how his set has been the same thing for like whatever, however long he's been doing it. He just like adds jokes in between, but like he still has this whatever. What's the deal on that airline food thing? Is like is still a thing.
Yeah, I think that's because like back in the day, they either didn't record specials or like they didn't do it as often. But now I feel like comedians are doing it every year, every 2 years.
Yeah.
So they have to turn over material faster.
Yeah.
well,
They can
essentially,
keep their
I mean, a special is just like, I mean, and not that there's anything we don't know, but like a special is just, and it's the same with bands and albums nowadays. Nowadays, and like obviously we all feel differently because like if a record really hits us, you know, like it means something to us. But nowadays, from
You
like
want to hear that shit?
yeah, nowadays from like the industry side of things and business side of things, it's just a promotional thing. You know, like
Yeah.
the record is
Well,
just
how-
there to sell
I
toys.
think music is
Times.
slowly going in that way. Like I think there's more and more of like people want new stuff every time kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'd more
But
just
even
mean
that,
like, go ahead, Ryan.
If you go see like if we were gonna go see the Eagles or whatever, and they
Oh yeah.
Schwinn
and
front
they
row.
were gonna release a new album, and they played a song off the new album that nobody's heard.
You wouldn't give a shit.
You're like, I came to hear the songs that I want to hear,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that we all know and love.
So bad.
But if you saw a comedian do a stand-up set, and then a year later you went to see him again, they did the same set, like you'd be like, "What? I saw this already. I don't want to see this again." Like,
Yeah, I think part of it though is that jokes are inherently like there's like at least a level of like humor that's surprise, right?
Yeah.
Like hearing something that you're not expecting.
yeah. You if you know the punchline, then it takes away from the fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just smiling because I'm thinking, oh, I really don't want to bring this up with this channel because every time we bring up a fucking challenge, life just gets horrible for all of us. But I'm
Okay.
thinking maybe this is a good place to end this episode and leave it off. But I leave all of you wonderful folks at home and my two wonderful co-hosts with a question. What if your three lovely Slappy Hour podcast hosts, for one night only, did a stand-up set each by themselves?
Oh my god. Like
It would
actually
be-
live at like a
Actually
stand-up
live,
thing?
and it wouldn't be
Like in a crowd.
yeah, like in a crowd, and it wouldn't be funny,
Sounds
but that's
like
what
my
would
nightmare.
be funny because
Sounds like my nightmare.
we would be uncomfortable and just crash.
This is gonna be a dumpster fire.
I took improv classes for a little bit, and that shit, like I fucking got on stage and I was like, I felt like I was like a junior high school kid. Yeah, exactly. I felt like I was in junior high trying to like recite an essay in front of the class, like so nervous kind of thing.
Yeah, I think the only reason this would work out and be funny is because it would be so uncomfortable for everybody at home to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll do that. Oh god.
I don't know if you remember this, Harv, but this was in fuck. What was our teacher's name? Not
Miss Meek?
No. I don't know. Whatever. It was like 9th grade, maybe English class.
Yeah.
And we had to do a report on. You were Johnny Cash. We had to do a report of like a celebrity we liked.
Oh yeah. we had 5 minutes
we had to
left.
dress up as the celebrity, and maybe it was like 7th grade even. It was like pretty young.
Okay, so I know exactly when this was. We got some time left. This was Miss Kunkel's
Uncle, yes.
7th grade. Ryan, don't you dare! 7th grade English class, and yeah, as Omar was saying, we had to do. It was one of those reports where you had to read the autobiography or biography, and then learn the whole thing, and then like learn all the facts
about this person's life.
Yeah, and then you had to give a presentation dressed as that person, and I like definitely do remember doing public speaking before that, but I remember that was like one of the first big ones because that was your first class in middle school, and middle school middle school sucks. I'm just gonna say
7th grade, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the time when you're so awkward already, and you're like going through you're starting to go through puberty and shit. Like, fuck, dude. I remember because I picked George Lucas, so I come in dressed as George Lucas.
You had the Hawaiian shirt, right?
Yeah, like a Hawaiian shirt, like the beard and the gray hair and shit. And like I was so fucking nervous. Like the whole time I was up there, I was like. And so I went to, like fucking like
it was. Yeah,
now
was
you
bad.
teach.
Yeah, and now I teach.
Yeah,
even that took a little bit to get used to.
I remember because you and me like. Oh, it's weird. Omar and I's friendship before we like actually started hanging out all the time. We was like it was like pseudo friends, like from a distance. Like we were both like sitting there like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Like it's just so freaking out the whole time. And like if we just like held hands or something, life would have been better. But we're just like
my rivals even.
Yeah. Wait, what? No. But yeah, I guess if we're just gonna talk about like theater bombs and embarrassing things, maybe I should, because we're almost done with this episode. I want to leave everybody with just a gift from my past that will make y'all feel better about the lives that you have led. In 6th grade, we had auditions for a school talent show. I haven't shared this with a lot of people besides the people there. So, and this fits with Milady March, your young Harv was a big fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Always is, loves Lord of the Rings, but back then, that's when it like first came out.
It hit hard, yeah.
So we're hot off that shit. I think it was right after the Two Towers. And I'm like, what is the best thing you can do at a fucking audition in front of all your classmates? So I don't know if y'all remember, there was a scene in the Two Towers where Smeagol and Gollum have a whole conversation. Well, that too. Have a whole conversation with each other, which is the same person, and does a dance and sings a song. I did.
Boil him, mash him, stick him in the stew.
Close. It's about the fish in the pool and he's smashing the fish. I did in front of the entire fucking class, the entire fucking back and forth monologue dialogue, and sung the song, and on all fours skipped around the stage. Like hopped and danced and did his little fucking loincloth.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
And you were naked in class too.
Well, yeah. I just figured if we're talking about things that are bombing, you can only be embarrassed so many times, so I might as well.
Did you paint yourself gray?
Nah, that probably would have. You know what? If I did that, they wouldn't have made me a stagehand. That's all I got. I didn't pass.
Yeah, so when I took that improv class, like there were some good ones, like eventually, but like I bombed hard, and it was like the weirdest thing where my mind went blank. Like I think it was like the scene was like, this wasn't on stage, just during practice, so it was fine. But it was like me and this girl went up. I didn't really know her that well, so sometimes improv's hard because you just like have to like figure out the humor of the person too. Like if you're on the same page.
It could be bad,
but
I guess.
I don't know why. It was like one of my first times doing it, and I was like kind of nervous. Like I got like stage fright a little bit, even though it wasn't an audience. And literally, it was just a scene. We were a couple on a yacht, and she goes like, "Oh, honey, like what kind of drink you want to make?" And I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering to be like,
I couldn't think of anything. Like I couldn't think of any, just a drink. I couldn't think of because my brain was just like in nervous mode. Like it was like, yeah.
Imagine she should have played off that, to be honest. Like in that moment, Ryan was the perfect exact example of improv because he's literally just like, all right, wait, I can make this sexual.
Yeah. And I will say to her, she was a blessing, like did her best and really tried to pull it out of me. But for some reason, I just froze and I was like, I need to stop. And I just went back and sat down.
She's just like this poor idiot.
She tried to do?
What?
What'd she try to do?
She tried to save the skit.
Oh, pull it out.
Yeah. Yeah. The drink.
Oh my God.
My ass, yes.
That was awful. I literally halted everything for that fail of a joke.
That was very funny.
Oh.
We just lost Shane.
One fucking who, you know what, I've decided at the, I mean, maybe now's the time we should thank him anyway. It's the end of the episode. God, I just feel I feel so much secondhand embarrassment, like just all around now. Nothing feels good. This is the worst episode we've done so far. So let's end it right by doing something magnificent. We've, sat here for months praising Shane, our good friend, our one Patreon subscriber, but Shane's more than a mere friend. He's more than a subscriber, which is why, forever and always, in Kickin' Teeth history, today we are officially listing Shane as the first ever Kickin' Teeth Patreon producer.
Woo!
Wow, you guys have no fucking energy. Shane's gonna quit now.
Well,
yeah. Well, hang on.
There is a story that it was Shane. Shane was actually Jesus, and he was the one who turned water into wine.
I heard that.
And they gave credit to Jesus because he had nice hair, but I think Shane has better hair.
Yeah, Shane was just the nice guy, like in class, like trying not to take all the credit for the project. Like he did the work, but he's like, I gotta cover my homies. I could get in trouble.
Yeah, he's like Jesus. Like, I mean, like, you can tell them that you made this water into wine, but like, could you like at least be like, I helped you or something? But yeah. Jesus kind of.
I heard Shane was all three of the three wise men.
Oh damn!
That's a big responsibility.
He just came in with a different outfit and mustache.
All different email accounts, man.
Shane also was the little drummer boy.
Oh God! How many more religious references do we have?
Come, he told him.
I heard that Shane was both Mary, Jesus, and Joseph. So he, did the thing.
The Holy
gave birth
Trinity
to himself. The Holy Trinity.
I heard Shane once killed a man and then put his heart underneath the floorboards, and then it was beating a lot. Oh shit! That's not the fucking Bible.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
I heard Shane found a bunch of puppies on the side of the road and saved them, brought them to the shelter, and nursed them back to health.
It's literally always a fucking.
That's legit, and that's not even a joke. He did that.
I actually believe that.
Yeah, I really didn't know what you were gonna say because I never know with you because you're a fucking loose cannon. Oh, well, Shane, thank you for joining us. Folks at home, thank you for joining us. Remember, everybody, this is Milady March. 100% of our proceeds from all our platforms are going straight to Ukrainian Red Cross. And remember, we got a new Buy Me a Coffee, so if you also want to become a producer, or if there's a cause you want to donate to, or if you just can't donate every month, but you want to help us out in some way, go check us out. We'll link up everything below. Omar, where can people find you on the socials?
You guys can find me at Ramen Doodles Art on Instagram, where I post pictures of fucking adventuring, sometimes art, sometimes music. I don't really have a purpose on that one, but you guys should check it out. And then I also have a website, ramendoodles.squarespace.com.
Can we get that in just one more time?
ramendoodles.squarespace.com.
Okay, and Ryan.
ramendoodles.squarespace.com.
We'll link it below.
Thank God. Yeah, now I can find you.
We'll put the link below. Just look it up. Ryan.
All right, folks. You can find me at Ryan Gregg Photography on Instagram, and as promised last time, I do have a website now.
Oh, shit.
Whoa! Hang on. Whoa. I have no sound effects, so we just got to get excited. Everybody at home, get hyped! Freak out!
Throw some air horns on this part.
So it's It's live.
Just doing it.
It's not completely done yet, but you can check me out there. RyanGregPhotography.com. www.ryangregphotography.com.
Whoa, you got
And
The third one always trips me
You
up.
got all three of them?
I had to. I had to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's you can see my portfolio there. There's a contact page. If you want to help me out for any work you got, if you want headshots or whatever.
What's the next? Do you have another shoot
Get
coming
at
up
me.
soon?
Yeah, I'm doing headshots for a real estate agent. I had a makeup artist reach out to me. Yeah, so we're kind of doing stuff in between all the other things that I'm doing. But yeah.
You're like, I just want to say before we get out of here, you're really diversifying, and like I know, like we're not like these self-aggrandizing assholes that's trying to plug ourselves. We just like, you know, when we see people and when I see people that do good fucking work, I think they should be promoted for it. Ryan, I'm so fucking proud of you to watch it just going from like, you know, shot like self-done shots because now people are requesting, and you're doing like hair, makeup, wedding, like nature photography. It's just fucking awesome to see. So everybody, please go check these fucking geniuses out below me. They both do really hard independent work in their fucking time, and I love them both so much. Go give them the fucking time. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week. Happy Milady March, everybody.
Bye.